Good morning. It is Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. It's gloomy. It's raining, snowy. It's raining right now, but we're supposed to be getting snow. So the roads are really, really icy because it's only 32 degrees, so it's at freezing. So the roads are icy. I did not make a video yesterday because it was snowing, and of course I had to concentrate on driving and not be distracted. Let's see, what is going on? I had bread the other day for the first time, and it was okay. Let's see. So I'm not going to make it a habit. I just wanted to see. I had some garlic knot with my chicken cacciatore, and so I wanted to know if I could tolerate the bread. And so I just had a small, and they're just small little things. They're not like overly huge or anything. But I just wanted to know if I could handle it okay, and it was fine. But like I said, I'm not going to make it a habit. I just wanted to see, and I know, my doctor moved my appointment, which kind of irritates the shit out of me. But it is what it is. So I did some research. I looked up online, and apparently you can't have, or you shouldn't have, fruits and vegetables until you're 3 months out. So I have another month before I can have fruits and vegetables. So I'll make do of raw fruits and vegetables, not cooked, because cooked I've been eating. Constipation. So constipation is a big thing. Now, here's a little tidbit on me. I never had a normal bowel movement because when I was born I had 3 intestines. I think I've mentioned that before. And so they removed one when I was a baby, but I never had normal bowel movements ever. So I don't know what it is or what it isn't. I think, I read a lot up on it. I know that as long as I'm not struggling to poop, I'm fine. Even if it means I go a week or 2 weeks without pooping, the next time I poop, as long as I'm not struggling to poop, that's how I look at it. Now that may be wrong, but I've never had any problems. I've never been impacted or whatever comes along with of not pooping. But what I've been doing, because I don't know, at this point you really don't know if you are constipated if you're not struggling, or if you really do have to poop, or if that's the way it's supposed to be, just because of the amount of food that you're taking in. You're taking in so little food that you may not have to poop. But theoretically, if you really think about it, your cat, if you have a cat, somebody who has a cat still poops every single day. And they've got tiny intestines, tiny stomach, they still poop every single day. But really, everybody's going to be different. Everybody's body's going to be different. And so you just have to be mindful of that when you're, having these things. And talk to your doctor as well, because they certainly can, if it's a concern, they certainly can do tests or do stuff to try to figure out if there is a problem. The other thing is you can take fiber every single day. Benefiber is a great source to help. Miralax is another one. There's a bunch of things on the market to help you poop. I I always knew if I had oatmeal or if I had shredded wheat, those things would always make me poop like 20 minutes after eating them. So obviously shredded wheat is not an option right now, so that's not something that I will be doing. But I added you can always add Benefiber to your shake or a meal or something to help you if that's a problem. From what I've read, it is a problem with especially the bypass surgery people, just because of it being your intestines and then rerouting them. So those are things that you have to be aware of. Not any concern, nothing to say, oh my God, I don't want to have this surgery now because of it, but it is definitely something that you need to keep in mind. Also, your vitamins are very, very important and need to be taken. I know some people don't take them and feel like, oh, it's not a big deal, but you have to remember that you had a pre-op diet which limited your nutritional intake. Then you had a post-op diet that limited your nutritional intake, and you went through major surgery. Now that major surgery does a lot to your body. You were bleeding during surgery, believe it or not. And so you need the nutrition that you didn't have for the first 2 weeks before surgery, and then you need the nutrition for the weeks after that you are healing, because your body's going to be using extra energy, extra nutrition, extra everything, and I can't see, with the healing process. So you really need to keep that in mind. And then afterwards, you're going to, when you're all healed, you still need that extra supplement because you have a smaller stomach. So you're not able, it's like this, okay? So it's essentially like taking away your stomach is the size that it is because it fits your body. So it supplies the food and the nutrition and everything, the energy to keep you going. So we're going to say like your body's a car. So your gas tank and your motor is, the motor is the brain and the gas tank is your stomach. And so let's say you take half of the gas tank away from your car. Now you have to fill it up more often to keep it going all day long or to drive the distances that you need. And you need to make sure that you have all of the things in that gas to make sure that everything is running smoothly in your car. So that's essentially how it is with your stomach. You just cut your stomach in more than half because 85% of your stomach is gone. So you need that to fuel your body. And so if it's not able to get the fuel it needs to keep going, i.e. nutrition, then it's gonna eventually stall out and not work. So that's why it's important to take your supplements so that way you are getting what you need. Now, I know that I really don't like supplements, but I know that there are just some things that I can't avoid because I don't eat enough to be able to get every single thing. So, but I can make sure that I get the majority of my nutrition through my food versus having 20 bottles of vitamins. That's just how I plan on doing it. And so far, so good. The iron part, I am low on. I know that, and that's always been an issue for me. That's not anything new. I was low on iron when I was younger and had my period after I had my children. And then I had a hysterectomy, and that problem went away. And then it came back after surgery because I lost a lot of blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bleed, so you lose blood. And so, you know, I need to stay focused on that. And we'll see when the blood work comes back what the results are. But for now, it is what it is. But those are things that you have to look out for. Now, I know a lot of people are not given a detailed plan. They are given a generic plan, baseline plan, when you leave the hospital, which leaves a lot of room for questions. All I can say is research. Look up your questions, because if you're asking, somebody else is asking. Somebody else asked. You know, this surgery has been around for a really long time, and of course they've tweaked it over the years. But if you're asking, somebody else had the same exact question. So look it up, Google it. I'm sure there is an answer. So like my raw vegetables and fruit question. So when I look it up, I go to major bariatric centers. I don't go to just a little mom and pop. I look at the major bariatric centers. And I think there's one in Texas, I want to say is what it is. But I look at the major bariatric, and then I look at a couple of other ones underneath it to check to see what they say. If they say the same thing, or if they have a different rule. And it seemed to me that the 4 that I looked at, they all said around 3 months is when you have raw vegetables and fruit. Now my my doctor's office never touched base on that. They only told me up until day 22 what to do, and then after that there's no information on what to do after that. And I hit day 22 on this coming Monday. So, or 42 or whatever the hell it is, 42. So, what do I do after that? Do I just stop eating? Because there's no answers on what to do after day 42. Do I just stay the way I'm eating and just keep on puree food, or mushy food, or what is it? Because there's no answers. So that's where I did some research and I figured it out. At that point, I'm at 2 months, almost 2 months. And so, you just have to still continue to introduce foods and try different things, because every single person is different. Some people do good with sugar, some people don't. Some people are okay with, straws, some are not. Some are okay with chewing gum, some are not. So, me, I haven't tried any gum. And I did try a straw, and I was okay with a straw. I didn't feel sick, wasn't ill, no problem. Now, I am back to regular drinking, and what I mean by that is I'm no longer sipping. I don't have to sip anymore. I'm not taking big, huge gulps either, but I am able to almost drink like I was before. Obviously, my stomach can't hold as much, so I can't, guzzle an 8-ounce bottle of water. But I definitely can drink. I can do stuff like that. I just can't, chug down a bottle of water. So that's a good thing, because now I'm able to drink normal. I don't have to worry about little baby sips and sipping for the rest of my life and taking 50 years to drink something, which I really, really like. But I do still have to eat slow. I do still have to chew more. Like yesterday I had coconut shrimp. I know it's high in carbs, I know. But I was craving them, so I had it. So I had coconut shrimp. Now, because of the coconut and the breading on the shrimp, I do have to eat that extra slow and chew it really, really fine. Because you can't drink while you eat. And so, you know, in order for it to go down, that's what I have to do. Now, I know some places say no sauces, no dips, because they're full of sugar. That's why they say that. And they don't explain that to you. So, you know, and a bunch of additives. So, like the salsa that you buy at the grocery store, that has lots of additives and lots of sugar. Ketchup has lots and lots of sugar. And we don't really realize that because we just think it's tomatoes, you know, mashed up. And theoretically, it should be just mashed potatoes, some salt, and some seasonings. But it also has sugar in it to make it sweet, and get rid of the acid, you know, in the tomatoes. Otherwise, it would taste like raw tomato, really acidy. So those are things that's why they say no, you know, no dips, no sauces, because those are added sugars and additives that you don't really need. Make your own, you know, tomato sauce. Ketchup isn't very far from tomato sauce. Obviously, tomato sauce is cooked a little bit longer because it's red. It's a deeper red, so that means that it's cooked a little bit longer. And of course, it has other additives in it, and it's thicker, so there's not as much water in it. But you can always make your own. And if you Google it, take the bottle that you already have, finish it off, and make your own after, and then fill that bottle, and voila, you have your own. It's really that simple. And tomato sauce is, ketchup is one of the easiest things to make. It really, truly is. It's really not that hard to make comparatively to some of the things that we have nowadays to make. Make your own barbecue sauce. I printed a recipe the other day with barbecue sauce. It was so simple, so easy. And you don't have to have, you know, molasses and sugar and brown sugar, and you don't have to add all of that stuff in there. There are other ways to get those flavors in there without adding all of that sugar. You know, you can have a yummy, yummy barbecue sauce on your own. My dad makes a great barbecue sauce. I don't know how, but, you know, he makes this great barbecue sauce, and he makes it from scratch. You know, he makes everything he makes from scratch. He doesn't believe in, you know, the jarred stuff or any of that stuff. He just throws stuff together. Like he made this ham once. Well, he still makes the ham, but I watched him make the ham once, and he was just adding spices in there that I never would have thought to put together, and they taste the best. It came out awesome. And that's just what, you know, you just have to learn how to cook, which is where my generation has gone wrong. My generation has come to the let's buy it because it's easier and more convenient than sitting there and making it from scratch. You know, so you know, it's just a bunch of, you know, those type of things. So those are just some things you need to keep in mind. As I phase out of the soft, mushy, pureed food, like I haven't tried steak yet because steak is rough. So I have not tried steak yet, and I probably won't try steak for a little bit. Even the, you know, the toughest, I mean the best cooked steak is still rough to eat. You know, it's rougher. It's not mushy by any means. So that's why I haven't tried it yet. I'm not trying to overdo it. Sorry, I've seen blinking lights and didn't know what it was. If it was a school bus or what. So yeah, that is, you know, steak I just haven't tried yet. There are other things that I haven't tried. I mean, I've had a little bit of rice and I was fine with that. Not trying to introduce that into my diet, so I didn't like overindulge because I don't want to get back into that habit of eating it. eat my chicken cacciatore, normally I have rice with it, but I've been eating it plain. It doesn't taste the same, but I still get to taste the savoriness of the ingredients in the chicken, in the concoction. So that's it. I've rambled on enough today. I hope I've helped. I hope I've given some information. I've touched on a bunch of different topics. If you ever have any questions, shoot me a quick message. I try to respond, within the same day. If I get notified that you asked a question, I will answer. If I have the answer, if I don't have the answer, I'll try to research it and get it for you. So if you have any questions, you have any comments, feel free to leave them. And let me know that this helps too. If it helped you, let me know it helped you. That would be great too, to know that I'm not just, well, I know I'm just talking to myself, but so I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I get my poor little fox, don't run out in front of me. I get to get my car fixed today. Yay! $400 later. And I get to walk home while it's snowing, because it's going to take like 3 hours and I don't want to sit at the garage for 3 hours. And I only live like 15 minutes on a good day from the garage. So I'm going to bundle up, walk home, and then walk back to the garage. That'll be my workout for the day. It's not easy walking in the snow and the cold, so I will make sure that I'm bundled and prepared for this trek through the terrain of snow and sleet, and then I'll have a story to tell my grandkids. When I was a kid, I had to walk 20 minutes. Well, you guys are on your hover machine. Okay, so you guys have a great Wednesday. You know what I say, the best investment you can make is an investment in you. What are you investing in you today? Today I'm investing in some cardio. That's what I'm investing in today. I'm going to get some cardio in, some good cardio, because it's uphill. Yeah. Uphill home, downhill there. So I will get some cardio in. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.